I'm not talking about like unique people and like people who are like different because they draw or like dyed their hair pink or some shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure you're still a nice person though. I'm talking about I'm talking about the people who are actual fucking psychotics, bro. The people who are actually weird. I want to talk to those people. I want to talk to the people who have committed the most insane crimes you've heard of. And this sounds fucking weird. This is probably gonna get me cancelled or some shit. But hear me out, bro. Hear me out. Who would you rather talk to? Would you rather talk to the nice, average person who's a good functioning member of society, bro? They're doing everything they're told, blah, blah, blah. They're a nice person. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I'm sure they're very nice to talk to. Would you rather talk to them or a guy who fucking kills animals? or like a guy who used to torture animals when he was a fucking kid? Or like, you know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean? Of course, the average like functioning member of society is probably gonna be a nice person. It's probably like less riskier to talk to, bro. But the person who's weird and like actual fucked up and does fucked up shit, you can't honestly tell me they're not gonna be more interesting to talk to. Like maybe you'll have a better chance like being fucking killed by them or something, bro. But like let's be real. If you're looking for someone interesting to talk to, who's gonna be more interesting to talk to? The fucking weirdo that everyone thinks is weird. That's gonna be the better person. Who's gonna judge you more, bro? If you're going through something weird and you can't find someone to understand you, you would rather probably talk to the fucking weird person, in my opinion. Because a lot of the times these people who are really weird, like you see them say things and you're thinking that guy needs to be fucking locked up. Because he's so weird. You're thinking that guy needs to be put in a jail. He's like a threat to society. These people who are really weird, I find generally they've gone through like a lot of like trauma or something bad happened to them as a kid, or they went through some really bad situation, and now the wiring in their brain is kind of messed up, according to like society or whatever. So now they're like a really strange person. They're gonna understand you much better, I think, even if your problem you're going through or whatever isn't even that weird. I think they're gonna actually understand you much better than like your average friend who just like plays soccer and like does everything he's told. Look, I'm not like this is bad because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like normal people who aren't weird and never had anything bad done to them and they're nice people. There is nothing wrong with these people at all. I'm just saying, isn't it much more interesting and better to talk to these fucking weirdos who should not even be allowed to be in society, bro? Because think about that. That person's not gonna judge you, because how can they judge you with the weird things they've done and the weird stuff they're into? If we're talking about like really weird, insane people, what right did they have to judge you? You know what I mean? Like, you can probably talk to them about really anything. You can probably talk to them about anything that you couldn't talk to your normal friend about. You need to think about that. Even if this weird person is a complete stranger to you, they're probably going to understand what you're saying much better than... Fuck. My phone fell. Okay, let me continue what I'm saying. They're probably going to understand what you're saying to them much better than like your average friend, if you know what I mean. And I just think, like, I feel like this is why being a psychologist would be such a cool job, bro. Because all day, I mean, you're talking to some normal people, but of course you're going to be talking to a lot of fucking weird people, bro. And I've been like I've been on the internet so long, like ever since I was like 4 years old, I've been on the internet, bro. And so I've been in a lot of like Discord communities and blah, blah, blah. And of course, being on Discord since I was like 12, bro, I've ran into a lot of weirdos. I mean, maybe I'm one of them, but I've run into a lot of weird people. I'm talking serial killer material, bro. I'm probably gonna get like rated off this video. But no, I'm talking like really weird people I've come across over the years. And I can tell you, these people are actually, they don't judge you at all. They're actually much less judgmental than everyone else. And they are so interesting, bro. They are so interesting. And I also think another thing people forget is this, is when someone does something like bad, or like you see a kind of weirdo doing an insane thing. Or let's say someone murders someone, right? That murderer, we think, because like murdering someone's obviously bad, but I feel like we all have this thing where we kind of forget that the murderer is still having a conscious experience. Bro, hear me out, bro. I'm not supporting murderers. I'm not saying just murderers. I'm talking about like anything you've ever done, bro. You need to remember these people are still having a conscious human experience. And I feel kind of bad when I see a really weird person, they kind of do something bad, not as bad as like killing someone, but they do something bad, and like everyone shit talks them and like trash talks them, bro, because they're like a bad person. And there's this weird thing people do when it's like they forget that someone is still in their head. Like they forget that that weird person who did a bad thing is actually still having like a conscious human experience. You know what I mean? Like just because you committed a really bad crime, maybe you brutally murdered 20 people and you're in jail. Yeah, that person's bad. That person's bad, okay. But he still has a soul. Like, I mean, sorry, I don't know if he has a soul, but like, he's still having a conscious human experience. You know what I mean? Like, I know, maybe you won't understand what I'm saying because I'm basically asking you to like empathize with bad people, but I'm just saying these actual bad people, they have some shit to say, bro. They have some shit to say. And if you need someone that you genuinely need to talk to, this is gonna sound like such shit advice, bro. But if you genuinely have a problem and you need someone to talk to, you may actually be better searching out for one of these fucking psychos, bro. You may be better searching out for one of these weirdos, because they're actually gonna understand you. They're actually gonna understand you better, probably better than like any of your friends can, and they're not gonna judge you as more, bro. My view is that the worse the things you've done, the worse the crimes you've committed, and the worse the things you've said, the more I want to talk to you, bro. So if you're a fucking weirdo, DM me.